Welcome all traders at all levels across the globe to the VTC. This is Jeff Killian. And today we're going to present part 2 of Trading Like Blackrock. We presented a webinar about 2 weeks ago. I believe it was on the 10th of last month with reference to how to find, track, and trade, the largest institutions that exist that actually do move prices from one level to another. That webinar, that 40-minute webinar clearly depicted how to do that, looking at a few key indicators that most programs have. And what we did was we identified major negative divergence. In this case, one peak on the indicator here, the stochastics momentum index here at this juncture as compared to this peak, but with a much lower pivot point high as compared to a much higher or a higher pivot point high at this point, indicating the pent-up selling pressure that was being created at that time to then drive the market down for a strong sell-off at this point. Now, what we will look to do here is identify true high probability market turning points. So at that time, whether you're trading ETFs, index funds, stocks, futures, what have you, you have a real opportunity after staying on the sidelines to be able to make the lion's share of money in the shortest period of time and mitigate your risk to a very minuscule amount of money. Now, since that point, when this webinar was recorded, yes, it was on the 10th, right here, we moved forward in time here, depicting a day by day showing, right? And then at this point, only a few days ago, we have an official pivot point low established because of the up close, and that's 1030. So the indicator itself has a lower through as compared to a lower peak. And here, if we fly this trend line in, there you go, there you have it. We now have an official objective finding, in this case in the form of a positive divergence as compared to the prices. Now, at this point, it clearly signals that this could be the market stopping point and prices could begin to trade up. So this is where you want to gear up out of net neutral, being flat after the sell-off, and now start thinking about going long. We have to change the way that we view this market instantly in order to change the way we're going to trade. So here, once we completed this price-based indicator as compared to the prices themselves with the increase in volume, one thing not to forget is to fly in the VTC line labels, our custom indicator here, and see what the most recent lowest level was, and it was drawn from this point right here. This is back around 315.2023. So basically the market shook that level out below these open and closing prices here to take out all the stops that the retail traders had. Thank you very much. Let's go buy another yacht and let's go long. Pretty smart, but not smarter than us. So at this point, we do have a little bit of a time constraint because everybody's time is important and time is money. So let's get into the Chaikin money flow indicator. And you can see this is exactly where we were again on the 10th, moving forward. Price is down. There's your pivot point low that I talked about earlier. Here's your price level where the shakeout occurs compared to this. And, excuse me, one bar back. There we go. There's your trendline connect. That's static. That always stays the same as compared to the prices. But look at the strength of the positive divergence on the long-term money as compared to these prices. As they were creating the sell-off, they were clearly intending at this point, when the prices bottomed out here, to stop the sell-off and then go long. Now, after this, right, is created on the first up day, look at the momentum straight up of the CMF to continue the prices up. Now, anybody who's been watching futures today in real time knows that the futures traded up significantly. So here we have a 3-day window, one more time, a 3-day window to make an incredible amount of money, mitigating the risk to the smallest amount of money. And then as the prices tap out, we'll know again, and we'll go flat until the next opportunity shows up. That's it for today. What we wanted to do was provide you with a continuation of the last webinar so you can see how this actually plays out in a short period of time, and you can change your bias from short back to long, capitalize on when and where you have any real business trading. Once again, Jeff Killian for the VTC. Thank you for joining us today. We'll pick it up on the next vid. Be careful out there.